Creative Brain Candy by creators for creators.
You people, you all have something in common. Whatever your age, occupation, ethnicity, or gender, whatever your background, you are now heroes. You answered a call. It was a cry for help across time. It's the voice of your children. And they need you. The sacrifice that you make now is for them. For the first time in human history, the armed forces from every nation are united against one enemy.
I'm Sergeant Diaz. I am not your friend. This is
7 days from now, when you're sent into that war, you won't be fighting for your country.
Open the chamber, please.
You'll be fighting for the world.
We need to see your weapons been cleared.
Throats and abdomens. That's what you aim for.
On behalf of the Department of Defense and a grateful nation, we thank you for your service. Lieutenant Hart.
Your tour of duty will be 7 days. That's 168 hours. At the end of your tour, if the jump band attached to your arm determines that you are still clinically alive,
Are there any doctors?
you will automatically be jumped back from wherever you are, and your tour of duty will be complete. What you think you know about basic training does not apply. You will not march, crawl, or climb. There will be no push-ups, no pull-ups, no obstacle courses.
I was kind of looking forward to that.
You will take what you are given and dress as quickly as you can. Overly ventilated jeans, yoga pant fails, cargo shorts, all will be replaced.
See, I don't get the criteria for like what goes and what stays. Like they took my shorts, they left the jacket, which is clearly like fashion over function. My man over there is wearing a chef's hat. I mean, I didn't get this. This isn't a military issue. I bought this at Ross Dress for Less for like $30 because I thought it was gonna be cold in the van.
Most of you will deploy with D-Force. The rest will jump with R-Force. The screen on your jump band indicates deployment. Check it now.
Oh, I guess we're together. I'm Charlie.
Dan, all right.
Hey, R-Force.
You can braid each other's hair later. All right, stop talking. Listen.
And welcome to Smoking and Drinking in Space. This is a sci-fi podcast from a couple guys who think they know sci-fi. And we are back from summer break, and this week we reviewed the recently released Amazon exclusive film that asks the question, what if Edge of Tomorrow was a shittily written movie? It stars Chris Pratt and Yvonne Stravinsky. It's 2021's The Tomorrow War. But first, he's the bald-bearded weirdo who works on planes and wants Spider-Man in jail. To my biologist stuck teaching angsty teens, it's James. How are you doing, James?
Yeah, no, I am okay being J.K. Rowling. That motherfucker is
holy shit, he's
jacked.
jacked.
Holy God
man,
damn.
did you see that? The motherfucker's rocking guns.
Yeah, he is. Jesus.
And beyond that Desert 50 he had. But he's the guy who knows all about dirt and won't shut up when he gets nervous. It's Rob. How you doing, Rob?
Good.
You must not be nervous.
No.
I'm trying to figure out where the superheroes show up in this show. I'm confused.
Okay, this is Satis, Rob. This is Smoking and Drinking in Space, not Smoking and Drinking in Capes.
Okay.
We haven't done it in a while, so I understand your confusion. You're definitely a person for routine. This is probably uncomfortable for you because it's not part of your routine anymore, but it will be. It will be. Just bear with us. We'll do it again next week, and then the week after that, and we'll just keep going. It'll become more routine. You'll get with it.
I'll get back in the groove.
I assure you, you will. Yeah.
I have to have
and that's been therapy
first,
with
right?
Rob. So, James, what's happening around CBC this week?
Wait. Is summer over?
Kinda, yeah.
It's only August 1st.
I know. But we took June and July off, so I mean that's the bulk of summer. Things are starting to ramp up. Yeah.
All right, let's go around. We're going around CBC. Who fucking knows at this point? It might be going around too. I don't know. Fuck. There's a lot of shit going around CBC.
Lots.
On the Discord, I'm still only talking in Trump memes and gifs
Jesus
because
fucking Christ.
Fuck you for taking away my level 50, you assholes. So
you wanted it.
You're stuck with that until I ding 50.
That's what you wanted. So
so I could absolutely talk in just Trump memes and gifs until I fucking hit 50 again.
What rank are you at now?
I think I'm 5 or 6. So I'm like, I'm moving up. Going on around CBC, you could go to creativebraincandy.com and check out all of the great family of podcasts we have there, including, and I'm going to toot my own horn or pull my own dick, whichever one you want to say it, Simply Stogies. If you or anyone you know smokes cigars, likes a stogie every once in a while, or maybe a lot, maybe they're a hoarder and they have 1,000 cigars sitting in their office around them as they podcast. This is the podcast for them. SimplyStogies.com. You can get all the latest and greatest reviews, news. This latest episode of Simply Stogies, which I'm not. When does this fucking air? Anybody know? I don't know. Whenever this goes out, you know what? Episode
this goes
60.
out on August 3rd.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So Simply Stogies, episode 60, on the show floor with Scott Weeks of Iconic Cigar Leaf Company and Recluse Cigars. Great conversation that I had with him in Las Vegas. On the show floor of the PCA 2021 trade show. We talk about his journey. We talk about how he's kind of was steeped in the cigar culture. He was brought up in it, and how they roll tobacco at Recluse Cigars, an Iconic Leaf Cigar Company. Something called Into Bow. It all means tubular. Nobody rolls cigars like that except them. Like 95% of the cigar industry just bunches them up. They don't at Recluse. Great cigars. Check them out. But check that episode out, simplystogies.com. All right, that's all that's going on around CBC. I mean, I'd pimp the Canadians, but they've really been giving me like just shit lately. So, fuck them. The guys from the Video Game Lounge are cool, but one of them keeps doing Biden memes. So fuck that guy. And then I'd pimp Sadik, but fuck Rob.
Speaking of fucking Rob, you got any news for us this week?
Well, it is summer vacation, so...
No. We're done with summer break. That's why we're back.
Oh, well, yeah, I have one.
Did you not take a shit this week?
No, I did. I have one news. And
Was it just one long shit?
Yeah. No, this is very important.
Oh, fuck.
There is a sequel coming out to a movie.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Okay, well, that's big news.
Yeah.
Thanks for...
This is the best movie of all time, and one day we will review it.
Deadpool 2 already came out, and it wasn't nearly as good as Deadpool.
No.
Oh.
We are talking...
Showgirls 2.
Close. You want to keep going? You want some hints?
I stopped caring when you started talking, so...
I figured as much. Yeah, Waterworld's getting a sequel.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm out.
Yep.
Let it be known I will quit this podcast before I have to watch fucking Waterworld 2.
So you'll watch the first one, but not the second
I don't
one?
have a choice. It's on the fucking list. If we put Waterworld 2 on the list, I quit. That's it. I'm done. I'm out. No more.
Well, it is post-apocalyptic. More so than, Mad Max?
Mad Max? Yeah, that's a good point. That's a fair point, Rob. You've talked me out of quitting.
Perfect.
So who the fuck greenlit Waterworld 2?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, yeah.
The only reason Waterworld is on the fucking list is because of Rob, right?
No, it's on it because of Red.
Because you brought it up. We've already...
We've had this fucking conversation, Rob. It is 100%
and we're going to keep having
fault.
this conversation until you guys decide that it was because of Red.
And I'm pretty sure on a previous episode, we also did a flashback of the actual clip where you mentioned that Waterworld should be on the list.
Yep.
No, I don't remember that.
Well, I do.
Maybe you should get that flashback again.
Oh, I've got it queued. I know exactly where it's at.
It's in my folder right here.
Previously on Smoking and Drinking in Space.
Back to the Future 3 got a 7.4.
What?
Iron Giant got a solid 8. I like
Iron Giant's good.
It is. What about Waterworld? You guys should put that on your list.
Waterworld.
No, he's not going to do it because I like Waterworld and he doesn't.
Do it.
You're never too young to start smoking.
So I guess Waterworld, by our definition of sci-fi, would classify because it's a post-apocalyptic movie.
As would The Postman.
As would The Postman, technically.
Listen to him. Oh, God, the Kevin Costner. No.
Yeah, so apparently they're going to do it, and Costner's already attached to it. They're looking to get some of the other people from it back. It's being helmed by producer John Davis, whoever that is.
John Davis,
Yeah.
isn't he the guy who did Garfield? Like the Garfield comic strip? Wasn't that the artist who did?
Yeah, that is actually.
Maybe. Yeah. Wrong John. It looks like Dan Trachtenberg is the director.
Shame on all these people.
Same guy that did 10 Cloverfield Lane, and he's got one coming out, Skull, which is a Predator prequel movie.
Jeez, that's another franchise they won't let die.
Yep. I do have one other.
Did you tell it to die? You should have done that earlier.
Yeah. I got one other news. So there's a little grumbling in the House of Mouse with Johansson.
Well, yeah.
She has.
This isn't sci-fi news.
No, but it's superhero, and you don't do superhero news, so I'm going to.
I'm not getting an opportunity to do this now because you're fucking doing it here first, you fuck.
Well, by the time we record again, it's going to be old news.
Have you ever heard of the rusty trombone?
Yeah. What about the rusty trombone?
Well, your mom's going to hear about it tonight now.
Perfect. Anyway, so she's suing because she had a deal with Marvel to to distribute it on theaters only and not through Disney Plus when Disney Plus was first coming out. And yeah, Disney Plus released it.
Out of all the shit that you could talk about, Rob, this is what you're talking about, and time crystals is not one of them.
I didn't see the time crystals thing. I'm on summer vacation.
So you don't shit on summer vacation?
I do. Instead I look at pictures of Yvonne Strakowski.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, she's super hot. By the way, we'll get to that. I'll get the restraining order here in a minute. Time crystals, Rob. How do you not know about fucking time crystals?
Wait, which ones? The ones from the Klingons? That was in Discovery?
Jason, are you familiar with this? You know a little bit about quantum computing and shit, don't you?
A little bit, yeah. But I hadn't read about time crystals, so.
Researchers from Google, Stanford, Princeton, and other universities might have made a computer discovery so big that we can't actually fully comprehend it yet. They're not entirely sure that they've created or discovered time crystals, but they've taken it to be peer reviewed. So time crystals will be an essential building block in quantum computers, the kind of computers that can solve complex problems with incredible speed and power, technologies that aren't even invented yet, including like a best case scenario, warp drives and shit like that. In our lifetime, like that's like super optimistic best case scenario. But worst case scenario, I mean, like the thing with quantum computing, this is a lay person's fucking understanding of it. Okay, just be lucky that I can spell quantum and computing. I can indeed do both. But basically, with quantum computing, when you like the equations you put into it, the answers you get aren't always right. Because it's kind of like Schrodinger's cat. It's both right and wrong. Like quantum physics is different. Like when you look at quantum physics, it does weird things. But if you ignore quantum, like it does what it's supposed to.
Yeah. So the thing with quantum computing is it's probabilistic computing. So you have to run the same equation a lot of times, and then come out with a consensus of the best answer. So the most probable answer.
time crystals do away with that.
Really?
Yes.
I'll have to read up on that. I mean, there's several
Yep.
different ways to do a quantum computer. There's quantum annealing. There's
I can't spell that.
quantum
There's
circuitry.
also quantum leap.
Anyways, let's go on. I'll read up about that and let you know next week.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. I'll send you the link because
So-
obviously Rob didn't do his job.
I've got the link right here. So what I'm hearing though is you're doing the news next week, Jason?
No. Who's ready for a pod crawl?
Oh, please,
Sure.
please, sweet Jesus.
Let's do this.
We can call it, I don't know, say a pod crawl? The pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Excellent! Insert it deep! Pod crawl! Kind of like a space suppository full of information.
Dan Forster is a party master. He knows just how to limit the time people want to hang out at his soirees by cracking out the hobo sweat in a can and putting on the most boring sport in the world as background entertainment. Unfortunately, Dan isn't a research master and has been turned down for a dream job at a prestigious research center, so it's back to high school biology teaching for him on Monday. However, a message from the future interrupts the snooze fest that's happening on TV, and it seems that Generation Alpha has come back to enlist their millennial parents into fighting their war for them after the world thawed out a horde of mangy space dogs with attitudes. It's not long until Dan is drafted into duty and given a Pip-Boy and shipped to basic training. This basic training, however, just involves everyone being handed a flak jacket and rifle and told to point the shooty end at the murder pups. That is, if they make the 5 to 10 foot drop when they are launched back to the future. Once there, they have 7 days to survive, at which point their Pip-Boy will automatically ship them back to the past. Dan, being the biology phenom he is on the combat research team, which is presumably supposed to shoot things, and then hypothesize on why their shooting was ineffective as a murder pup chews on their face. Basic training is cut short, however, as a research facility in the future is being attacked, and Dan's team is called to save them, or record and analyze the carnage, one of the two. The future's definition of 5 to 10 feet is woefully different than the past, as the recruits are teleported into the future hundreds of feet from the ground. Those lucky enough to teleport above a high-rise rooftop swimming pool manage to survive, and wouldn't you know it, Dan is one of those fortunate few. Also, Dan was once a military man himself, so is immediately put in charge of those who are wet, but not dead, and he takes his ragtag team of nerds and psychos and heads toward the research facility. There, they find that the alien invaders have decorated the place with an avant-garde centerpiece, using the facility's researchers as their medium. The aliens, however, are not pleased that some has-been art critics from the past have gotten a sneak peek, so they move to kick the previewers out until the exhibition's official opening. Dan is told after being evicted from the facility that the military has decided to just press the reset button on Miami, but he needs to make sure to grab the 12 blue vials that are actually 15 blue vials. Again, the future can't count, and the biological material the lab was housing, which we all know what that means, gross, and beat feet to the safe zone. And by safe zone, she means not Miami. Dan and company make their way through the red smoke that marks death from above is coming soon, dodging, dipping, ducking, diving and dodging their way through albino space mutts that shoot sharp stones from their tentacles, until they all mysteriously wake up in a MASH unit of fade to black later. Here, Dan meets his adult daughter, the combat PhD who has devised a toxin that kills all the male murder pups, but just irritates the piss out of the females. She calls it Oda Crowley, but really wants to kick it up a notch to really capture his essence and kill both the males and the females.
Nice.
There is a female they are trying to capture in a nest close by, so Dan and daughter head out to oversee the capture. Things go pear-shaped, so Murray heads down to help, but tells Dad to stay behind. Things continue to shit the bed, and Dan, being the caring and considerate helicopter parent that probably brought this whole mess about by teaching the future generations that counting doesn't matter, goes down to have words with the murder bitch that's trying to keep his daughter from achieving her goals. After capturing the murder pup breeding machine, Maury tells her dad that he kinda sucked when she was a kid, what with divorcing her mom and dying in a car accident. Dan tells her he would never do that, and they head off to the super-secret ocean time travel base, where they are also taking a dangerous alien specimen to do experiments on. Nothing can go wrong. After a few days of blood draws and flashy computer graphics, Murray comes out with the exact formula of toxin that will take down all the murder pups just as the murder bitch comes out of her oxy coma, and all her boys swim out to the ocean base to World War Z this fucker. Murray tells Dan that he has to take the toxin back to the past and mass produce it so he can bring it back to the future to eliminate the murder pups as the entire base is falling down around them. The murder bitch grabs Murray to thank her for all the excellent drugs and top-notch care she was given while chained up in the research lab, and Dan teleports back to the past just as he decides to throw his life away in a meaningless gesture to follow his daughter to certain death. Back in the past, with the time portal destroyed, the world has gone back to normal, rioting in the streets because it's a Tuesday. Dan and his wife put their heads together and figure out that maybe they don't have to go to the future to kill the aliens. They could do it before the aliens breed like rabbits and take over the world. They just have to figure out when they got here. Some sediment analysis and a volcano nerd later, they realize that the aliens were here all along, frozen in a glacier in the snowy hellscape of northern Russia. Dan recruits his future combat buddies and his dad, Conspiracy Santa, to head to Russia and go all Bob Barker and spay and neuter the murder pup population. After a lot of C4, they find the buried alien vessel, which was just a dog catcher's truck that crash landed, and they start vaccinating the doggos. However, this wakes up the pups, and they start to get overrun, so they say, fuck it, and just blow the ship up instead. But the mama murder pup escapes, so Dan and Prepper Pete track her down, shoot her a bunch, use the toxin on her twice, and throw her over a cliff. Dan comes home to his family. His daughter may or may not still have to deal with them divorcing, and then going to MIT, and Roll Murray meets her estranged grandpa, and Thanksgivings will never be the same. Credits.
All right. It is the Tomorrow War, 2021's Chris Pratt sci-fi. I'm not going to call this a sci-fi classic. I'm going to call this kind of a sci-fi flop. I mean, it was good for the action.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
You hush your face.
you really liked this movie? Are you serious?
I thought it was good.
Okay, look, yeah, this is a nice little sci-fi romp through time, number one. Number two, is it a good movie?
No.
Yeah, kind of.
No.
It's good until the end, and then the end sucks. And I'm like, okay, we need to talk about how this ends, because this is stupid.
It wasn't good until the end. It was.
Yes,
It was
I liked
passable.
it until the end. I thought it was really good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I did like so.
This movie has a few things going for it. The action scenes were good. I liked the special effects. The acting was pretty good in it. The music,
Yes.
the music kind of sucked.
Here's the thing. I've always said if I don't notice the music, it means it was good. Music was good. I didn't notice it.
See, I don't agree with that. If I notice the music in a good way, if the music accentuates the movie, then it's good. This was distracting in some parts. The music that they played along with the movie,
Not once did I get pulled out because of the music.
I didn't even know there was music in the movie.
Jesus Christ. But the fucking writing and the plot of this movie was just absolutely fucking atrocious.
It was good.
Yeah, I'll give you a point for the fucking plot. I will not give you a point for the writing. I thought the writing was okay. I thought the writing was good enough for a Amazon movie. I really did.
I mean, how so?
It was like they weren't talking like Rob, so points for them.
That's a low fucking bar for writing.
Okay, Rob is barely literate. These people actually knew words. They were saying science words sometimes too. So you know what? Good for them.
Hypothesis.
Spell it.
Vile.
Spell PhD.
Spell vile.
DHP.
You're an idiot. The plot though, yeah, like when you start to think about most of any time travel movie, things start to fall apart pretty quickly. This is the same.
Look, I had totally, I mean, after the first 5 minutes or so, first 5-10 minutes, I had totally just sat back and decided to turn my brain off and enjoy this as a fucking sci-fi action flick and not think about it. But they bring it up so many fucking times.
The first 5 to 10 minutes is literally Chris Pratt in a fucking sweater trying to get a job. So in what 5 to 10 minutes of the movie?
It was like
they broke into the
Parks and
fucking soccer
Recreation
game in like the first 10 minutes.
That was like 11th minute.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
You're gonna piss off Star-Lord now.
Why?
saying soccer sucks.
Soccer does suck. Soccer's terrible.
Sucks, yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, it's not fun to watch.
No, it's not fun to play either. I played it literally one game in high school. One game. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
I played it as like a 9-year-old.
No, I joined the high school squad. I played one game.
Why?
Because I was trying to keep in shape for basketball. I was a ball player in high school before I got old and fat, and so I felt like playing soccer would help keep me in shape. I was bored. I thought I had mono, and then I realized I was on the soccer team.
That's a common mistake. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So I quit. After one game, I looked at the coach. I go, man, this just ain't for me. Like, this sucks. Like, it's just terrible. He's like, all right, cool. I get it. Thanks for trying. I'm like, yep, no problem. Later.
But no, I mean, so I had sat back and decided to just turn off my brain, but they bring this shit up so often that it requires you. I mean, it not requires, but it just insists that you analyze the time paradoxes that they're talking about. I mean, none of this fucking makes sense.
But
how so?
None of us, wait. None of us really know what happens if time travel were possible.
We have a pretty good idea.
I don't think we do. It's all a theory until it's proven. It's just an idea. So I don't see a problem with sci-fi movies, especially sci-fi movies that deal with time travel, to play a little fast and loose with the rules.
But they're playing fast and loose with, I mean, just some basic fucking logic.
Like what?
Like what?
Like the fact that, so if he goes back in time and stops the war from happening.
Oh, back in time. Okay, yeah.
Goes back to his time and stops the war from happening. None of those events fucking happen in the future.
Or do they? Because wouldn't it just break off into a different reality?
Well, it depends on... It depends on what form of time travel that you're looking at. But in the form of time travel that they portrayed, they were all in the same
river.
They were all in the same timeline, so they weren't breaking off into different dimensions. So
well,
no,
not yet, because they hadn't achieved their goal.
Okay, but here's the thing: as a father, all of us here are fathers. Okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Rob's not sure. You might want to check. All of us are fathers. So when you see your daughter in a predicament, like that was the whole thing about this movie. Like
I don't have a daughter.
I don't want to shut the fuck up, Rob. I don't want to go all Fast and Furious on this, but I'm going to. It was all about family, right? And like he says,
God, Dom, shut up.
He says at one point in the movie, he's like, all I want to do is save my daughter. And if I have to save the world to do that, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's what it's all about. So when he sees his daughter in the predicament that she's in, before knowing she dies, before knowing she takes a fall into a giant pit full of fucking white, what'd they call them?
White claws.
No, they call them
spikes.
White spikes.
White claws. Yeah, he was dropping into a can of fucking hard seltzer.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was like, what flavor? So when he sees, before he sees that, all he knows is that they're going to have, he has to mass produce this stuff and then bring it back to the future to kill them. So he wants to come back to the future with this mass produced toxin.
Yeah, but why does he have to go back to the future?
Because they're under the assumptions that they came from space.
They are under the assumption that they landed in 2048. Now, that's where, for me, that's where the logic kind of falls apart. Is when you start thinking about it, because literally my first thought was, well, this is, if it's time travel, you find out when they came. And if people immediately start thinking when they came, and you hear that there were no ships, nothing on radar, no impact zones, we don't know how they got here, you go, well, then they got here earlier. Like, that was the first thing I thought when they said that, when they explained that in the movie. I went, well, then they've been here for a minute.
Right.
So that's for me where the logic,
apparently.
Yeah, that's where the logic falls apart for me. But the time travel stuff, I had zero problem with it. What I had was people not thinking logically in the movie, except for the stars. And that always bothers me.
Well, okay, let's talk about this time raft theory.
Okay. So
they said that, time is like a river. It flows only in one direction, which is actually true. I mean,
isn't that a song? Time is like a river. Aren't those lyrics to a song?
Yeah, I have no idea. I've heard of time in a bottle, but I don't know if time is a river.
I have some downstairs in my spice.
Life is a highway.
I'm going to ride it all night long.
Yeah. But
if you're going my way.
Jesus Christ, what have I started? But no, so they said that time is a raft. And so you jump from one raft to another, back in time and forward in time. But that raft keeps going down the river. Okay, so I understand that. But how did they get the past raft?
That was my next question. That's where I stopped thinking.
How did they establish the raft?
Yeah. And if they were able to come back in the past without, building a machine as the nexus, then they could go back at any point in the past and keep going forward.
Yep.
Now the future would keep going forward.
It said something about 30 years was the farthest they could go or whatever, I thought.
Was it?
I don't
they
remember
said
that
something
part.
about said something about it was the time was fixed, like the how far back they could go was fixed. They couldn't change that.
Here's the other part that doesn't make sense either, because they said, he's like, do you notice everybody here's over 40? Yeah. Okay. So what does that mean? It means that you're not alive where we're going. Well, where we're going, there's only 500,000 humans left.
Well, no, I think it's that, and I think they've been dead for a long time.
Well,
What's
and
the
I
fucking
think
difference?
and that's actually one of the smarter things that they thought about in this movie.
Prevent the paradox.
Well, so what they're talking about is the same matter can't occupy the same space at the same time. So, and there's been a lot of there's actually, I think, been a couple papers written about this, and they use the transporters, Star Trek transporters, as an analogy to kind of illustrate, the concept. But the same matter can't exist in the same place at the same time. So when Star Trek is using their transporters, they're basically killing you, transporting all of your information to another transporter pad, and then reassembling you. So you die and then come back to life, because that matter cannot be in two places at the same time.
And hence Barclay's problem.
Okay, let's not go down that road. However, I have an issue with that because, same matter can't, blah, blah, blah. But from moment to moment and year to year, especially, the matter that you are is different. It's while the substance of what you are is the same, or maybe I should say the substance of who you are is the same. Your matter, your body, is different today than it will be tomorrow.
Are you talking about regenerative?
I'm talking about all of that, degenerative and regenerative.
So your body is continually replenishing itself. But think about non-regenerative mediums, like a brick. A brick isn't going to be substantially different from one moment to the next. It's going to be the same matter in the same place at two different points in time, because time moves forward.
Which is why I don't think we'll ever be able to time travel. I think I think that is.
No, I don't think so either. And that's the general consensus, is that time travel is impossible. I mean, just the energy that would be needed to do time travel on some of the theories that we have is impractical.
Right. Now, I think general relativity allows for time travel, but that's a different thing.
It's kind of a different time travel, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's more related to space and speed than it is.
Well, relative speeds.
Right. God, Rob, why are you here?
I asked myself that question before I joined this afternoon.
And relativity only allows for forward time travel.
Travel, right? Not
the closer you get to the speed of light, the slower time travels for you compared to somebody that's moving at a slower rate.
Right. So that, all that being said, for me to say, I don't like the time travel mechanics of time travel movies, unless it is obviously just logically unsound. I am always okay with whatever they do with time travel, because it'll never happen anyway. So go nuts.
Well, I am too, but just some of the logic that they fucked up in this movie irritated me. I was trying to just let it go, but they kept bringing it up.
Yeah, but that's not the logic that bothered the shit out of me. It's the logic of just these two characters figured out, oh, we're looking at the wrong year. Really? Like, you're the only two on the fucking planet.
Yeah, there's that too. Because you know that since these people came back in time and said that there's, this war, and they could have brought back advanced technology with them. I mean, I'm sure they still have thumb drives in the fucking future. They could have brought back a lot of fucking information and technology, and they were obviously still communicating with the future because they knew that research facility was getting attacked, and that's why they kind of shortened boot camp.
And why did they, my question is, how did they fall the 100 feet? What did the alien dogs?
No, I had that question too. I don't think so, because the thing was fine.
Right. So what the fuck happened?
Maybe,
it wasn't under attack. Was it just a glitch?
Maybe it wasn't fully charged.
What?
Maybe that 7 days is time for the batteries to charge.
Well, no, they do it every 7 days because that's when the dogs go dormant. And they have a safe jump window.
Right.
Okay.
That's exactly why they do it.
Right. Okay. So,
but then they jumped.
They jump and something screws up. Yeah.
And the dogs are all there. Like, if they only jump on days when the dogs are dormant, why did they jump? And it screwed up. Number one. Number two, when they fell, like, oh my God, there are these fucking dogs everywhere. Aren't they? Well, they
jumped because that research facility was getting attacked.
But it's supposed to be
the fancy blue.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a dormant day.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. They jumped early.
They jumped early.
They jumped way early.
They pushed the jump early.
Well, maybe it was like 2-3 days early.
Oh, well, then maybe that's why. It just miscalibrated the fucking, I don't fucking know. I that was like a thing where I went like for a second, like, what the fuck? And then, okay, well, whatever, move on.
So what happened to all the people that came in from the future, and then they got stranded? I understand that
They're stranded.
Yeah, the girl died. But I mean, what are they going to do to prevent from seeing themselves?
Well, not only that, but prevent themselves from, having a future family. And
we've already covered this, guys, in an episode of Satic with the Lokis where it's just masturbation.
Oh, okay.
Or is it autoerotic asphyxiation? Rob, can you say that for us?
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, I can't say it. Nope.
Well, it was close.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
There you go. Just sound it out slowly.
He does. You hear the gears turning when he says it. Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Harder.
I'm so disgusted right now.
More for me.
Let's get off of this subject and talk about Yvonne.
Yeah, Miranda, and Sarah. Yeah.
So hot.
Mm.
Oh my God, Yvonne. I loved you and Chuck. You were fantastic. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful, baby. Call me. We can do great things together. Or maybe I can just do great things to you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just call me.
Oh, it's
a restraining order.
Good to know that the printer is going to still get some use.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's a very handsome woman. She is a very handsome woman.
Yeah. Yes, she is. She's Australian too, so.
I know that accent. Oh my God. When I hear her talk and not doing like an American role, it does things to my parts down under.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Makes your didgeridoo a little do.
It does. That's a good one. I'm using it.
Okay.
Oh my God. She's just that, like, she is a dime. She is a dime. Rob just posted a picture in our super secret chat channel where I don't just use Trump memes and GIFs. And
that's her?
Yes.
That is her.
How did you not know that?
That does not look like her.
That looks like her 100%. They just, they made her, they tried to make her look not like a model. And she is model-esque.
No, that's not her. That's her. The nose 100%. Is wrong.
No, it's not. You're wrong.
Okay, that's her.
Yeah, that's her, babe. Yeah. Oh, she's such a babe.
I'm not sure that other one's her.
Look, I just look in the folder.
I think you need to re-index your. think you need to re-index your files.
All right, fine.
Everyone knows
I'm
now.
not
There's
convinced.
just like 5 minutes of saddest and Sadek where it's just creepy old men talking about a hot chick. Everyone knows, all right, gotta skip these fucking 5 minutes. Like when I started watching Chuck, I had the hugest crush on her. I was like, oh my God, she's just amazing.
So the time travel bothered me. The acting was fine. I mean, Yvonne Strahovski, her.
Stradumi.
Just call her Sarah.
Sarah. Or Serena.
Serena.
Oh my God, you haven't seen The Handmaid's Tale?
Oh, that's on my to-do list.
Yeah,
her name's Serena. Okay.
I don't watch shit shows.
It's not a shit show. It's actually really good.
Sounds like a shit show.
Okay. She's in it.
And there's raping involved.
I don't
think that's really. Yeah.
Not up my alley,
well, thanks for ruining that, Rob.
Right?
You're welcome.
Jesus. Can we talk
More
about
for
the
me.
ending of this fucking movie yet? Like, this is my big problem with this fucking movie. Is the goddamn ending.
It was very AVP, very Alien versus Predator ending.
Number one,
they're in the snow.
Just blow the fucking ship up. Why are we trying to inject them with fucking toxins if we can just blow them up and they all die? Number one.
That's one of the questions I had. Is if you just
that they died, I guess.
Well, I mean, you put a perimeter around the area, blow it up, and any fucking stragglers that come out, you deal with those then.
There was only 5 of them, though.
They only left 2 of them out to deal with any of the stragglers that came out of the ship. So I don't know.
But it was a little tiny hole.
Greater than 2.
It's a little tiny hole,
and then nobody's having to die.
It was jacked old man.
And then no one's having to saw one in half with a fucking, like, that was just stupid. Like, what the fuck? Well, I can't figure out my gun. I'm going to saw one in half. Almost as dumb, but not quite. This one takes the cake. This is literally the dumbest thing in the whole fucking movie, right? So, father and son reconciling as they're killing aliens. I got no problem with that. That's fine.
And then the other dude shows up and lays down.
I have zero problem even with the other dude showing up and laying down. Here's the problem that I have is after fighting with this alien and putting the toxin in it only for it to gnaw its arm off, after hitting it with fucking sniper rifles and 50, like a Desert Eagle 5.0 and fucking all this shit. It comes down, ladies and gentlemen, to hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
With a claw.
With one claw. Right. With like, what the fuck? Really? Like, that's stupid. That pissed me off. I'm like, this movie is now dumb because this ending fucked everything up.
Well,
like,
it needed to end like how McConaughey ended in Reign of Fire, right? He goes to try to kill it in hand-to-hand and he just gets eaten.
Well, but he got eaten. I mean, that was at least kind of noble. He was down to it. I mean, he had no other fucking choice. He knew he was fucked, and so he jumped at the dragon as a Hail Mary, fuck you, and got eaten. And we knew he was going to die.
Is literally throwing rights and lefts with this fucking thing and uppercuts. Like, nobody, the whole movie could get anywhere close to these things without it fucking ripping you apart. And all of a sudden,
he's going all Rocky Balboa versus Drago on this thing.
Okay, right, the Great White Hope gets in the ring and fucking starts knocking this shit out. Like, I don't understand.
The alien was blinded.
What the fuck, Everett? No.
She didn't have her eyes. They already got shot out with the sniper rifle.
Whatever. That is just stupid. And then he saves his dad with the snowmobile. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Do I think it's plausible? No. Do I think it's realistic? No. Do I think it's action movie-esque? Yes. Where the alien's about ready to just jump and maul his dad, and out of nowhere, here comes Chris Pratt on a fucking snowmobile and like rams it. Like, great. Good.
Yeah, there was a good thing there was a ramp for him to use.
Exactly. I have no problem with any of that.
Snowdrift.
Like, that's fine. But here's the thing. Like, one of them needed to die. I didn't care which one, but one of them needed to sacrifice himself for the greater good. Because so far, the only people that have died in this movie are people that didn't matter one iota.
Right. Well, Conspiracy Santa tried to kill himself or sacrifice himself, and then Chris Pratt jumped on the back and slit her throat.
Right, but that still didn't kill her. And then, fucking Star-Lord was going to fucking kill himself. He was like, no, I'll do it. And then good old dad's like, no, you go live, son. We've reconciled. I can die happy. Let me do it because I'm really tired of trying to figure out who the fuck Spider-Man is. And so he's going to do it. And no, I got to jump on the back with the claw and fight this thing fucking hand-to-hand combat style and rip its throat out. And that still doesn't kill it. Oh, but look, I've got an extra thing of toxin. Let me put it in its face and then tell it to die and kick it off the side of a cliff.
Yep.
Leonidas would be proud.
Yeah, like I was just, Sparta is what I was waiting for. We didn't get that.
I said die and kick it off. Yeah. Something like that.
Did you tell it to die? Yeah, I think I did. Why didn't you do that earlier? Because that's what did it, old man. Like go back to the fucking Daily Bugle.
Well, I will say that
gave up.
I will say that some of the quips and the banter between the characters was funny. I mean, this did have moments of levity and comedy that actually worked and didn't detract from the seriousness of the tone of the film or the action parts. So I will give it credit for that.
Yeah, but like literally, that's the only part of the movie I couldn't stand is the end. Like it just falls apart for me there. But you know what? The rest of the movie for me was so good that I'm okay with it. I honestly am. The action was great. The time travel was great. The CGI was great. Even the plot was like, oh, okay, it's a future war. And now we've got to take people from the past. Because like, here's the thing. This thing, it is very thinly veiled, woke piece of art. And I'll explain to you how.
Please
do, because I don't. Yeah.
All right.
This is a big leap.
No,
this might be like snowmobile on the invisible ramp type of leap.
No, you gotta hang with me.
All right, I'm hanging.
Here it comes. All right.
All right.
It wasn't that the aliens landed, right? It was that the aliens crash landed and were frozen, but became thawed due to global warming. Ooh, 2048 is when the glacier melted because of global warming. Ooh, or as we like to call it now, because we're woke, climate change. And then the whole thing about we've got to go get our parents to fix this mess because it's their fault anyway. Like that, it's all like, ooh, okay, boomer, come kill the aliens for me. And it's also kind of a knock on fucking millennials and shit because they couldn't raise their kids to fucking fight off aliens.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So there you go.
You have me convinced. Yeah. I'm on your side.
Thank you.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a little weird with the whole global warming thing, but I just
how is that fucking weird?
No, I mean, no, it was fine. I was like, okay, I get it. I understand it.
Yeah, it's a way for fucking corporations to make money.
Yeah, what I don't. So that first,
Ross is going to change the subject.
Yeah.
Turns into fucking Winter Soldier.
Yeah. This is how. Oh yeah. Oh, they get to see that one Friday. Listen on Friday, guys. It'll be fun. I promise.
Yeah, it'll be something. I don't know if it's fun.
Yeah. What were there only so many females, and all the females were there in that first chamber? Is that what we're assuming, or was it like there's one female?
Was just one. Yeah, I thought that was just
female
the queen.
as a queen. So why didn't they go and try to identify which one of those pods had the queen in it in that room before?
Well, I mean, it was the big one in the middle.
Yeah,
it wasn't an identifying. It was just the big one in the middle. Why didn't start with that one? I don't know, but
yeah.
Why does a fucking alien race have a fucking bunch of planet destroying fucking dogs? I don't understand.
Like I said, maybe they were just fucking intergalactic animal control.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot of animals. Yeah, what are they doing with those things?
Well, it's the humane way. They're not putting them down. They're basically putting them in cages.
No kill shelter.
Yeah, this is why they have a problem with feral cats. Like you just put them down.
Nice,
trying to be nice. No, you just put them down, man.
I mean, where do you think? I mean,
or you can do what Chicago does, and you just basically sterilize them and then release them back into the wild to kill rats.
It's a cat, man. Like, there's only a one-letter difference between cats and rats. They're both vermin. Just be done with it.
Oh my God, you're so fucking bad.
I hate cats. I hate cats so fucking much. Oh, filthy creatures. Filthy fucking animals. Just disgusting. Give me a dog any day.
How are they filthy? They're one of the cleanest animals
Yeah, you know why? Because they lick their asshole. That's why.
Well, dogs lick their asshole.
Yeah, but dogs are dumb and lovable and adorable and just absolutely loyal to the end.
Dogs lick their asshole and then lick your face.
Whatever. You know what? I love dogs. Dogs are fantastic. They can lick my face. They can lick my asshole. They can lick their asshole. I don't care what they're licking. I don't give a shit.
Whoa.
Fucking dogs are fantastic.
So you've moved on from autoerotic asphyxiation.
You can't even say it. You can't even say it, Rob. Like
you moved on from that to bestiality?
Whatever. It's just a progression. I'm not sure where we're going after bestiality, but we're going somewhere.
It was just the next logical step.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what the logical step is after that.
I think it's Game of Thrones territory at that point.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Masturbation, self-masturbation.
No, we've already covered that,
you've
Rob.
already covered that. That's right. Okay, Game of Thrones. All right.
They're not brother-sister, goddammit. They're the same person.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Well, I mean, technically, they kind of would be like brother-sister.
I don't know. Incest is best when you keep it in the family. Has never heard that?
I've heard incest is best. Push your sister to the test, but
oh, all right. I see, you guys
they
have
do it
more
differently
rhymes.
there in the corn country.
Yeah. That's because no one here does it. Apparently, where you're from, they know how it ends.
Well, I lived in a state that bordered Arkansas, so
I was going to say Arkansas and Alabama are pretty close.
Yeah, there you go. Makes sense. Also, I apologize to anyone living in Arkansas or Alabama.
We've got some in Louisiana, but that's about it. So we're
You
okay.
don't know where our listeners are. Do you look at the fucking map and go, oh, okay, here's where they are?
Yeah, I do.
Really? When was the last time you looked?
Hey, Star-Lord, how you doing?
You're such a dumbass.
All right. Final thoughts?
I like this movie. Go watch it. If you haven't seen
I thought
it, watch
it was good.
It's okay. If you got 2.5 hours that you don't
for fuck's sake.
have anything else to do, then
wow.
check it out.
Wow.
Oh, okay. No. I had one other question that I forgot to bring up. Why did they keep showing shots of how the alien saw? How the pup saw?
I don't know. It's just a cool point of view shot.
And I think the queen was halfway intelligent because she knew. I think that scene where they were talking about the toxin and
like she overheard it.
Like she overheard it and she was like, "Yep, all right, time to go, boys."
Yeah, I mean they did the same thing in Predator. Did a point of view shot from.
Yeah, but that helped us accentuate the fact that he could see infrared.
I'm going to say something here that's going to make Jason very angry, and I'm okay with that. It's not the first time. Won't be the last time. I believe this movie's better than Predator.
I liked it better than Predator.
Thank you.
Wait, which Predator? The original Predator?
Any of them. Yeah, all of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I might say it's about the same as Predator. I mean, Predator wasn't a great movie to begin with. I mean, it had flaws of its own. It's pretty much just an action flick with a sci-fi veneer. It was,
Well, that's kind of what this was.
Yeah, pretty much. Although I think this one probably had more of a sci-fi veneer than Predator. So
I'm going to tell you this right now. I wish that this movie took place at Christmas. Did it take place at Christmas?
Around Christmas,
It was a Christmas
This is
party.
my new Christmas movie. This is a Christmas movie. This is my new one. This will be it'll be my yearly tradition of Die Hard followed by the Tomorrow War.
Don't forget Lethal Weapon.
That's not a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
No.
So
it starts out with Jingle Bell Rock.
Nope, not a Christmas movie.
Oh,
so fun fact, Yvonne was in the 2018 version of The Predator.
Is that on the list?
It's going to be now.
Yeah,
Predator series is on the list, yes.
She's so hot.
No, we're just going to skip them all and go straight to 2018.
Can we just watch
that's not how this works, Rob.
Can we just watch all the movies with Yvonne in it?
This isn't a Yvonne podcast.
Can we turn it into one? Oh, she's so hot. Like this and Gal Gadot.
Hey, you want to do a Chuck podcast?
I loved that show.
It was good.
It was a good show.
It was a great show.
Yeah,
it's just
really
unfortunate that they had such a rough time the last few seasons. In terms of getting.
Never saw it.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's too bad. You got to watch it. Look,
this was one of the first shows that was sponsored by a company, and you could tell because they always ate Subway.
Yeah, always.
Yeah,
That's not. No, that's not. No. James, I got a question for you.
Yeah, I have a limerick.
No. That's a different show.
Oh, all right.
Now, my question is the Tomorrow War, this sci-fi flick about parents going and saving their kids' asses yet again, more sci-fi than 11/22/63?
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good question. Let me break it down for everybody out there in podcast land. In 11/22/63, there was indeed a closet, and in that closet, you could go back and forth during time, but you could, it was weird because it was a closet. It was like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It was always
the same time.
Yeah,
too.
and then there wasn't a closet to get back. It was just like you had to remember where the closet was. But yeah, it wasn't really sci-fi. It was more history. It dealt with Kennedy's death in the 60s and how food tasted better. This movie, on the other hand, you go forward into the future and back in time.
Through a gymnasium.
But there is no fucking closet. There's a wormhole. It makes much more sense than a fucking closet. There are aliens, there are spaceships, and there's fucking Jonah Jameson fucking being the dad of Star-Lord. Yes. Fucking the Tomorrow War, more sci-fi than 11/22/63. It's also much better fucking just story.
Rob, you got a haiku for us this week?
I do. This one is titled Russian Exports.
Oh my God.
Hot mail order brides, vodka, tracksuits, doped athletes, nukes, and some white spikes.
Oh my God.
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
I
thought about this last week. You brought up tracksuits last week.
I did. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I
couldn't get
a
Putin on a horse in there, though.
That Putin on a horse is going to be riding through Texas here pretty quick coming.
Well, every once in a while we get a listener from Russia, and I'm pretty sure it's just a Russian bot. But yeah. I'm gonna have to watch a little closer
himself now. Yeah.
It's Vladimir. He's listening for the bullshit that comes out of Rob's mouth.
Who's Frank's counterpart in Russia?
I don't. Is Frank dead yet? Have we not fucking killed that fucking bastard?
Sorry, Frank.
I don't know any.
He didn't mean it.
Do you know any? Do you know any fucking Russian names that are Frank-esque?
Victor. No.
Okay, then no. There's no fucking Russian counterpart.
Who's got awards?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, who's got your Black Lung Award?
I'm just going to give it to the ship and all the aliens in it. Blew up.
Okay. James?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to the guy with cancer and the chick from the future that were in the ship and not so much the aliens, because I don't know if the aliens had lungs. They may have had something that were like lungs, but these two humans definitely had lungs that were on fire.
Okay. So mine are going to go to the aliens that were in that hive that they were trying to flush the queen out of and trap.
Lots of fire.
That's a good one, yeah.
And basically lit that anthill on fire. James, who's got your head lush?
Head lush goes to the guy with cancer who's at the bar drinking. I don't remember his name. The guy had the claw for some reason that ended up being a huge fucking plot device.
Okay. Rob?
I'm giving it to just everybody at the Christmas soccer party. They were lit as fuck if they were watching soccer.
No shit.
They were so drunk.
Yeah, so mine's going to go to everybody at the soccer party too, but not because they were watching soccer, but because they were so desperate to be at a Christmas party that they were drinking Coors.
Maybe they were just coming down from COVID.
They couldn't taste.
That's about the only way that you could probably drink Coors.
Or they were that desperate because of the fact that they hadn't had any human interaction.
That's what I'm saying, is that they were so desperate to be at a party that they would drink Coors.
Wouldn't that be the Purple Hippo Award?
No, that's a different thing.
Yeah, no, that's totally different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rob, who's got your player?
Oh man, I'm giving it to J. Jonah Jameson for making a snowman dummy.
What?
Wait, what?
He made a snowman dummy and played the queen.
Oh, okay. James?
You're an idiot.
Yeah, well, there was no... I couldn't give it to Yvonne because that was be weird because he was her
Yeah,
dad.
that's Game of Thrones territory. We're not going there yet.
Yeah, not yet. That's in a couple weeks.
Maybe a couple of weeks. We'll see. We'll see how everything plays out, Rob. We're not going there yet. Who gets the player award if there isn't one? Do we remember? I don't remember.
I don't know. Jason?
Oh shit, that's fuck. I don't remember now either.
That's how long it's been since
Isn't
we've
it
done this
Starbuck?
show. Is it Starbuck?
No, it's not Starbuck.
No.
Oh, it was somebody else.
Let's see. Doc Coddle is smoking.
All right.
Doc Coddle is drinking.
I thought Richard Dawson. Was it Richard Dawson?
Richard Dawson
is drinking.
Drinking.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. River Tam is a player.
Purple Hippo. No,
Or
Purple Hippo.
Hippo.
Yeah, player.
Did we give it
Oh,
to...
Imaginary Six is player.
Imaginary Six.
that's
Yeah, all right, there you go. Imaginary Six
Six.
gets my fucking player award.
perfect.
All right, so my player award. This is a hard one because there wasn't any real romance in this. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go honorary Imaginary Six as well.
Yeah, Rob's the only one that came up with something stupid.
Yeah.
At least I came up with something.
Yeah, which, by the way, that kind of rolls into the next thing. Rob gets my Purple Hippo award for coming up with something stupid for the player award.
All right, Rob?
My Purple Hippo is going to anybody that had to experience time jumping. That looked like it was a trip. I'm also going to specifically give it to whoever missed the pool. Because they were dropping everywhere.
Yeah, that would have been fucked. Oh.
Yeah.
So my Purple Hippo is going to go to Dan just because not only did he go through the portal and go through time and had to experience that, but he also found out, how he lived his life and then how he died. So that's always a pretty fucking weird head trip as well.
Well, not only that, but the daughter would be a good one to give it to because, she had to deal with her dead dad.
Oh, yeah, and then seeing him again.
Right.
Yeah, but I think she knew he was coming.
Well, yeah, she knew he was coming.
Yeah, she requested him specifically.
Right,
Because I feel like she knew. She knew that they were on borrowed time. She knew that this was it. This was like a Hail Mary. Like, if this doesn't work, we're all fucked anyway, so I want to see my dad one last time.
I want to bring him in to die with me.
You think it was because she wanted to see him one last time? Or?
I really do. Yeah. He was literally useless. Here's the thing. It was set up so he's like this science teacher and he's got all these things and he's trying to get a real job in research and stuff. And he did all this stuff in the army it was set up that he was going to be the guy that comes to the future and he was going to figure it all out. And it wasn't, not at all. He was so out of his depth. He was bringing his fucking daughter vegetarian lasagna because there was nothing
that's all
else
they
he
had
could
left.
do. Well,
That's
yeah, but there
all
was
they had
nothing he could do. He couldn't really help her with the research. So,
and who brings their research to the fucking only place that they can use to jump time?
Maybe that was that looked like the last stronghold.
Yeah, that was it.
You set up something temporary.
They did, but it turned into a Jackson Pollock painting, or whatever it was that the lady in the pod crawl said.
No, I think that was an established research center.
Yeah, but that's where they were doing it originally.
I know. So you moved that shit. I mean, they had the material. All she needed was apparently a small lab and a computer.
They only had 15 of the 12 vials.
That's right. That's right.
Didn't have enough.
I actually rewound the fucking movie.
Oh yeah, there was more than
because
so Jan said she goes when we were watching it, she goes, There's more than 12 vials there.
Yeah. I saw it at first glance, and she said, you need to get the 12 blue vials, and then he pulled them out.
I need all 12 of those.
Yeah. And he pulled them out, and I was like, that looks like 15. That looks like 3 rows of 5. So I rewound the movie and paused it, and yeah, it's 3 rows of 5. That's 15.
And then of course my oldest goes, why is he taking them out of the thing and just to put them into another container? I was like, that container is lined so that they don't break. Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, he wants to do research with the brain.
Yeah, he should go to MIT like her. Learn how to count.
He needs to do something. Just get the fuck out of my house.
All right, now's the time where we pick what movie we're watching next week. Who's picking the movie? Who's telling me when to stop?
Waterworld 2.
Who's picking the number? That hasn't come out yet, unfortunately.
Oh, well, God damn it.
He just said it. He wants it on the list.
I don't.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we'll have to put that on the list.
What numbers do we got? 1 through what?
Well, tell me who's picking the number, and I'll tell you what you can pick.
Oh,
James is picking.
Yeah, I'll pick the number.
All right, you got to pick 1 through 159.
158.
Okay. Rob, tell me when to stop.
You know how this goes.
Jesus.
Don't ever stop,
Christ.
baby. Touch me in the naughty place. Keep going. I'm almost there. Almost.
You can cut all this out, right?
I am.
Go ahead. Go ahead and stop. He won't. Too much effort.
I will.
It's too much effort.
We may be in trouble, Rob.
Yeah. See, it's hard to read him because sometimes he gets excited for things like Metropolis.
Yeah, like exactly.
All right,
he gets
so
all pissed
next
off
week,
at good stuff.
we will be discussing the film where a rescue crew investigates a spaceship that has disappeared into a black hole and now has returned with someone or something new on board.
Deep Impact? No.
This stars Lawrence Fishburne, Sam Neill, and Kathleen Quinlan.
Oh, what is that?
It is 1997's Event Horizon.
God damn it, it's such a stupid movie.
Event Horizon.
You never seen this, Rob?
No, yeah, I have. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's dumb. So I'm guessing Jason loves it. Jason's like, this is my top 10 great movies.
Oh.
I don't think it's a great movie. It's an interesting movie.
Is it better than this movie? Is it better than The Tomorrow War?
I haven't seen this movie in a while, so I'm going to reserve judgment until I watch it again.
How about you and I just watch Tomorrow War again?
It's not that good of a movie. I've seen it once. I'm done with it.
Yeah. I don't think it's a rewatchable movie.
It's not. It's a good movie. I think kudos to everybody involved, but it's not something I want to watch over and over again.
I'm going to go watch Predator.
I kind of want to watch The Edge of Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow? Yeah.
No, The Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, that one was good. I watched that twice.
All right. That's all we've got for this week. Our intro and outro music is Welcome Home by
Why did you
Cambo.
stop?
Podcrawl
You gotta
music
keep
is Snack
going.
Mix by Machette.
He's rusty.
If you like the
Yeah,
show, please
he's
rate and
rusty.
review us on iTunes. You can leave us feedback on our Discord
speaking
channel
of
at
rusty.
smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Discord.
Jeez.
On Twitter at
I think he's
_podcast, or you can email
He's
us at
rushing through this
smokinganddrinkinginspace@outlook.com.
Your mom knows what a rusty trombone
If you'd like to
is.
throw a
Does
few
she?
nickels our way, you can become a Patreon
Yeah.
supporter by going to
Yeah, she does.
smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Patreon. For this week, I'm Jason.
I wish it was still summer.
We're back, bitches. Deal with it.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Are we done for the day?
I'm doing a reverse image lookup on that.
I think we
Oh,
we broke
he's
Jason.
trying to figure out who it is. Okay. All right.
That's her, I promise. That looks exactly like her from Chuck. Just in shorty shorts and with her ass in the air.
Okay. I believe you. It looks like a different person to me. Oh my God, she's painted.
That she is.
To be that artist.
All right. Well, here's a good 5 minutes I got to cut out. But anyways.